So as we usually do every week, we go through these spoilers for One Piece for the upcoming chapter. But this time, what's different is that usually I'd go in the bathroom and look at it, but I didn't. So basically, you guys are, this is my raw reaction to the spoilers. So let's get into it. The cover. Who's who is in the secret base? Now, what secret base? I'm guessing the Revolutionary Army right off the bat, I'm thinking. And we're continuing, okay. Shamrock and Shanks are twins, and Shanks is the youngest sibling. Shamrock's sword has the power of the Kerberos fruit, the Cerberus fruit. He attacks Loki. So the Cerberus in Greek mythology is probably that three-headed guard dog of hell, pretty much. The giant guards say Shanks attacked them. Luffy can't believe that. So honestly, what I'm thinking is it's not Shanks, it's probably Shamrock, and I think he's using Shanks's ID to, like, I guess, train. I just feel like in this instance it's Shamrock, he's creating havoc with Shanks's face, whatever. I think that's what's kind of happening. So let's continue. A man wearing the Casa hat, the same one who drank with Kirkus. Oh, so probably that race hat that race farmers have. That big flat hat. Anyways, is approaching to castle. So I have my little cat with me. But anyways, so it seems like the person in the hat is walking up to castle now. Hearing that right now, it made me think, what if it wasn't Dragon? What if it was him the whole time? I'm talking from when Luffy was looking at Elbaf about to land, and then we saw this person in the shadow, and then the whole time throughout the story, I think it was mentioned one time since then that this mysterious man that was looking from afar where Luffy is. So I think now that that's him. That the man, the beginning of this arc, and this man in the hat, they're the same. But it says he is approaching the castle. So I do wonder, maybe, because right now you have to imagine no one really goes up to the castle because the castle was where the king died. So since then, no one has been there. No one has been there, and so it's just very odd for a person just to go up there for no reason. So obviously, it's connected to why Shamrock is here. And now, what do I think? Personally, I believe we'll have a situation where we have I forgot his name. Rayleigh, where kind of shows up to fight, or that time where he showed up, where, remember in that earlier episode where Blackbeard was fighting Boa and Kobe and Blackbird was winning, and then Rayleigh showed up, and it kind of stopped the fighting, and then we saw Blackbird kind of scared away. I feel like that's kind of be the situation. Like, this guy's gonna show up, and then Shamrock is like gonna see him, and then he's gonna be like, Gunko, let's just go, because he realizes, like, there's, with him showing up, probably inferring that he's probably powerful, probably fought before. That's how he knows he's powerful. But anyways, he's probably gonna be like, okay, Gunko, it's time to go, because this guy showed up. So they leave, and the whole fighting thing ends. That's my whole theory on what's gonna happen in the future. But anyway, he appears when Luffy is saying that the Roger pirate just shanks his family, so it seems that man is part of Roger's crew. So we gotta bake in as to who the mystery man was. Because if you remember, this was the same guy that we saw in the early chapters, 344, where he was drinking tea with Crocus, remembering that whale. So they're talking about that guy, and one of the clues that they just gave us is that he is in the Roger Pirates crew. So off the bat, I'm thinking is Roger, Gabon, or the guy who wields 2 axes. Because I think he was Roger's, in a sense, he was Roger's left-hand man. Obviously, Roger's right-hand man was Rayleigh. But I think the left hand, Nami is to Luffy, the navigator, whatever. I feel like that's Roger Gabon. So I feel like, that's him. Anyways, more will be revealed later. But anyways, moving on. Frankie and Ripley are in front of a big mural painting an Adam tree. That mural was drawn during Void Century, so I feel like what they're describing here is that kind of caveman painting, how we have when we go to certain old caves, with cavemen or whatever, and there they have paintings and whatever. I feel like that's what the equivalent is, in that they walked into this cave, whatever, and there's just painting of probably from the ancient giants of destroying their primitive years before actually no, not even, maybe they were I'm thinking maybe the reason that they were in the cave for the first time was because one of the clues that they gave us off the bat is that it was during the Void Century, and obviously we can infer that that's when Imu's conquering thing happened, where the world government was formed and everything. So I feel like these drawings were painted in the cave by ancient giants that knew the true history of the world, and I guess they left the paintings in hopes that someday someone will stumble upon them and connect the dots. And one of the reasons it makes sense for this to be the case is because with everything happening in the One Piece world right now, with it feels like the world government's world is crumbling from the inside. Don't have manpower. A lot of their top admirals, rear admirals are getting beat by everyone. So it's a very tough world to be in the world government right now. So it would make sense for Oda to write it like that. But yeah, that's just what I think when it came up. Manu Robin translates Harley book that Saul shows her. The book talks about the two old wars of this world, and it talks about the third war that is approaching soon. So, so in this, obviously, the first war is talking about some a great war before the Void Century, and then I feel like the second war, where they kind of stopped, is when they were in that cave during the Void Century, like when they were trapped by Imu's forces, and that, and then I feel like in the way they predicted this third war that is approaching soon, and I feel that kind of describes like how Emu's thing is gonna how the world government thing is gonna end. So the way that the story, the final war, is shaping up to is that Emu's world government against the pirates. So obviously it's not gonna be straight up. It's gonna be Emu is the world government against the revolutionary, and then through the revolutionary, pirates will then realize, like the powerful ones, like the ones like they'll realize, like Shanks, Luffy, Buggy, Crocodile, Mihawk, everyone in the pirate world will now be like, okay, if we're not really gonna fight, but if the world government does win, it does also affect us in a way. So maybe because of that, join forces this one time. Obviously, we'll have to wait until more of the chapter comes out, but that's kind of what I'm thinking upon reading this brief spoiler, kind of a raw reaction. But I mean, yeah, I feel like this third war is kind of describing this world government, how it kind of ends. And so that'll be interesting, but like I said, just wait until later in the week when the full chapter does come out. But yeah, overall, pretty cool chapter and everything. But I think I'm just gonna end it here. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.